Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Especially my thanks goes to Madam President of Eurojust, my dear colleague, Director General Philip Law of DG Energy, and good old partner, Director Gerhard Sabatier of External Action Service. Let me begin by thanking European Commission and VUB for organizing the first policy forum on EU-Korea partnership, and everyone here for joining us this morning. I'm particularly grateful for those who have come all the way from Korea, especially from the Korea Internet and Security Agency and Korea University. This year marks, as rightly pointed out by previous speakers, this year marks the golden anniversary of EU-Korea relationship. So it means we are becoming a bit older couple. However, in the Western saying, life starts at 50. So we are now looking ahead of the next much more mature partnership, which might be more invigorated, recharged. Looking back upon the past 50 years of growth and maturity in our relationship, I think it is safe to say that we have transformed the whole relationship from distant traders to strategic and like-minded partners. As was mentioned earlier this month, President Park Geun-hye of the Republic of Korea made the first official visit to Europe, including Brussels. She held a summit with President Barroso and President Van Rompuy, the first EU-Korea summit since her inauguration late February this year. As was eloquently mentioned in the congratulatory message presented by President Barroso, EU and Korean leaders emphasized the nature of partnership and expansion of strategic partnership into bilateral, regional, and global levels. In particular, President Barroso made clear that the partnership is at the avant-garde of EU's external relations. Topics for discussion here for the next 2 days, namely cybersecurity, data protection, creative economy and sustainable growth, Northeast Asian security and the DPRK, and regional integration. Indeed, those 4 topics stand highly relevant to both Korea and the European Union. Those agendas ahead of us for the next 2 days will represent a new phase of future-oriented partnership between the two sides. I don't want to repeat what has been already quite clearly mentioned through the congratulatory message presented by Gerhard. The whole relationship has been developing quite remarkably from a very much predominantly trade-based relationship to an active and broad-based cooperation. So let me just jump into recent developments concerning topical issues to be discussed at this forum. Firstly, regarding cybersecurity, cyberspace issues, as you might be aware, last month Korea has hosted the Seoul Conference on Cyberspace, which is the third one next to the London conference 2 years ago. Representatives from more than 80 nations adopted the Seoul frameworks and commitment on ground rules dealing with issues in the cyber world. And as will be discussed throughout the whole morning today, recent headlines over the past months on data protection and personal information privacy have acted a wake-up call for people, reminding ourselves why data protection is important. In In that regard, the Seoul Cyberspace Conference last month stressed the necessity of global cooperation in coping with both the opportunities and threats posed by interconnected societies. I believe EU and Korea can work together in developing international norms that reflect the importance of cooperation between countries and between sectors, including government, industry, academia, and civil society under the framework set in the Seoul Conference. I welcome the launch of EU-Korea policy consultation, the first ever, on cybersecurity scheduled early next year, which was agreed upon during the summit this month. The second item that we might deal with will be related with the how to make this sustainable growth and smart economies intertwined for the creating the new engine of growth for the both economies. The recent summit held in Brussels early this month reaffirmed the common approach to find new sources of growth, namely Korea's creative economy and EU's smart growth. Highlight of future cooperation lies in research and innovation. Both sides agreed to facilitate joint flagship programs in the areas of nanotechnology, information, communication technology, next generation communication networks, cloud computing, and energy. You will witness the opening of the Korea Research and Innovation Center to be opened in Brussels end of this year. And the third issue is related with regional security situation and regional cooperation in Northeast Asia. As EU Council President Van Rompuy eloquently mentioned at the joint press conference right after the EU-Korea summit, our relationship is anchored in the promotion and defense of common values and principles. One of the key areas of policy coordination would be the common stance on peace and security on the Korean Peninsula and regional cooperation in Northeast Asia. EU sides have reconfirmed its support to President Park's trust-building policy and her initiatives for peace and cooperation in Northeast Asia at the summit early this month. They reaffirmed the verifiable denuclearization of North Korea is essential for peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula and the wider region and beyond. With regard to the regional integration process, which is still lacking in Northeast Asia, both leaders have emphasized the primacy of dialogue and the role of regional cooperation as means of building confidence, long-term prosperity, and stability. Our mutual commitment to peace and stability in Northeast Asia will be another backbone for future policy cooperation. In this sense, I welcome next year's holding of a joint seminar on Northeast Asia regional cooperation, co-sponsored by the External Action Service and Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Korea. And also I'd like to welcome the participation of Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat, who will be joining the intensive discussion tomorrow for the regional security situation. Looking ahead of the next 50 years, I'm confident our partnership will become ever stronger. Today's forum will surely add values and insights to our common journey toward the future. In conclusion, once again, I would like to warmly congratulate the launch of today's forum and wish for a great success. Thank you.